Welcome to Arunima Ankuran. Arunima Ankuran is an initiative for positive social change through self-development. The goal is greater well-being and happiness for all. At Arunima Ankuran, we believe that each person is unique and special in some way, that each person can make a difference, that each person can create an impact, and that's what inspires us to keep going. Today is World Suicide Prevention Day. Let us change the narrative. Every life is precious and matters to someone. Let us reach out, share hope, and help to heal. Say yes to life, no to suicide. Come join us at Arunima Ankuran as we begin an initiative for suicide prevention and awareness. Saathi Haath Badhaana. World Suicide Prevention Day was established in 2003 by the International Association for Suicide Prevention in partnership with the World Health Organization. Each year, on 10 September, World Suicide Prevention Day focuses global attention on suicide prevention, uniting communities, organizations, and governments with the shared belief that suicides are preventable. So, World Suicide Prevention Day observed on 10 September invites all community members to engage in conversations about prevention. While it's vital to address suicide prevention all year round, World Suicide Prevention Day serves as a dedicated day to raise awareness, honor loved ones, and acknowledge collective efforts. From 2024 to 2026, the theme is Changing the Narrative on Suicide, which encourages us to challenge myths, reduce stigma, and promote open, compassionate dialogue. This shift fosters an environment where individuals feel safe to speak up and seek help. Arunima Ankuran's Saathi Haath Badhaana initiative for suicide prevention is an effort to reduce the stigma around suicide and create awareness about myths about suicide, warning signs of suicide, ways to help prevent suicide. It seeks to encourage family and friends, community to extend a helping hand by reaching out to a person having suicidal feelings, sharing hope, and encouraging them to seek professional help, foster open, compassionate conversations about suicide. Every life is precious and matters to someone. Let us reach out, share hope, and help to heal. Say yes to life, say no to suicide. What does suicide mean? It is defined as death caused by self directed injurious behavior with the intent to die as a result of the behavior. A suicide attempt is a non fatal, self directed, potentially injurious behavior with intent to die as a result of the behavior. A suicide attempt might not result in injury. Suicidal ideation refers to thinking about, considering, or planning suicide. Let us look at some of the risk factors. Biopsychosocial factors, environmental factors, and sociocultural factors. So, the biopsychosocial factors include psychiatric illness, alcohol and other substance use disorders, aggressive and impulsive tendencies, history of trauma or abuse, family history of suicide or previous attempted suicide, major physical illness. Environmental factors include job or financial loss, relationship or social loss, domestic and other violence, child abuse, easy access to legal means, interpersonal difficulties or conflicts, local clusters of suicides may have a contagious effect. Socio-cultural factors include lack of social support and sense of isolation, stigma associated with help-seeking behavior for mental disorders, barriers in accessing healthcare, especially mental health and substance abuse treatment, cultural and religious beliefs. Exposure to suicide either through sensationalization by the media or the influence of others who have died by suicide. Protective factors against suicide include early primary interventions such as resilience building from an early stage by training young children in problem solving, conflict resolution, and non-violent handling of disputes. Adoption of a healthy lifestyle at an early age involving intake of balanced diet, regular exercise, abstinence from harmful substances, etc. Psychosocial support involves strong connections to family, support from community, and conducive medical and mental health care relationships. Access to quality treatment, easy access to effective clinical care for mental, physical, and substance use disorders are popular preventive factors in suicide. Restricted access to highly lethal means of suicide also reduce the incidence of suicide. Religious and cultural beliefs that discourage suicide and support self-preservation are deterrents to such acts. Suicides in India, the gender distribution, men 72.5% of all suicides, women 27.4% of all suicides. Men commit almost 3 times more suicides than women. Age demographic, the 18 to 30 years age group accounts for the highest share of suicides. The 30 to 45 years group is next. Together, 18 to 45 years contribute 66% of the total suicides in India. Overall, the major reasons for suicides include family problems, illness, drug abuse, alcohol addiction, marriage-related issues, love affairs, bankruptcy, indebtedness, unemployment. The National Suicide Prevention Strategy is a game changer. It is the first ever national strategy dedicated to suicide prevention in India. It has a multi-sectoral approach: health plus education plus social justice plus media plus communities. It is action-oriented, time-bound goals, clear accountability. The strategy follows the REDS pathway, that is, reinforce leadership and partnerships, enhance health services, develop community resilience and fight stigma, strengthen surveillance and research. India is advancing suicide prevention through a comprehensive set of initiatives. The National Suicide Prevention Strategy, launched in 2022, aims to cut suicide mortality by 10% by 2030. So, there are several ongoing national initiatives on preventing suicides in India. Let's look at some of the myths about suicide. Debunking myths about suicide can allow individuals to look at suicide from a different angle, one of understanding and compassion for the individual who is internally struggling. Myth number one is suicide only affects individuals with a mental health condition. The fact is, many individuals with mental illness are not affected by suicidal thoughts, and not all people who attempt or die by suicide have mental illness. Relationship problems and other life stressors are also associated with suicidal thoughts and attempts. Myth number two, once an individual is suicidal, he or she will always remain suicidal. Fact is, active suicidal ideation is often short term and situation specific. The act of suicide is often an attempt to control deep, painful emotions and thoughts an individual is experiencing. Once these thoughts dissipate, so will the suicidal ideation. While suicidal thoughts can return, they are not permanent. An individual with suicidal thoughts and attempts can live a long, successful life. Myth number three, most suicides happen suddenly without warning. That's not true. Warning signs, verbally or behaviorally, precede most suicides. Therefore, it's important to learn and understand the warning signs associated with suicide. Many individuals who are suicidal may only show warning signs to those closest to them. Those loved ones may not recognize what's going on, which is how it may seem like the suicide was sudden or without warning. 4. People who die by suicide are selfish and take the easy way out. Fact is, typically people do not die by suicide because they do not want to live. People die by suicide because they want to end their suffering. These individuals are suffering so deeply that they feel helpless and hopeless. Individuals who experience suicidal ideations do not do so by choice. 5. Talking about suicide will lead to and encourage suicide. The fact is, there is a widespread stigma associated with suicide, and as a result, many people are afraid to speak up. Talking about suicide not only reduces the stigma but also allows individuals to seek help, rethink their opinion, and share their story with others. We all need to talk more about suicide. What should I do if I'm struggling or someone I know is having thoughts of suicide? If you notice warning signs of suicide, especially a change in behavior or new concerning behavior, get help as soon as possible. Family and friends are often the first to recognize the warning signs of suicide, and they can take the first steps towards helping a loved one to find mental health treatment. If someone tells you that they are going to kill themselves, do not leave them alone. Do not promise that you will keep their suicidal thoughts a secret. Tell a trusted friend, family member, or trusted adult. Seek professional help or call a helpline number. Action steps for helping someone in emotional pain. Ask, are you thinking about killing yourself? Keep them safe. Reduce access to lethal items or places. Be there. Listen carefully and acknowledge their feelings. Help them connect. Stay connected, follow up, and stay in touch after a crisis. What to do if you are experiencing suicidal thoughts? First, eliminate access to harmful means. Remove items like pills, razors, and sharp objects from your home. If you are feeling reckless, avoid driving. 2. Create a safety and crisis plan. Develop a plan for intense suicidal thoughts with a friend or therapist. Keep emergency contact numbers handy. 3. Create a hope box. Fill a box with items that uplift you and can help you during difficult moments, such as reasons to stay alive, list personal motivations and goals, joyful memorabilia, including encouraging notes or cards, inspiring photos, add images that bring happiness or hope, a letter to your future self, write reassuring advice for tough times. Distracting activities include art supplies or puzzles for distraction. Gratitude list, remind yourself of positive aspects of your life. Inspiring words, add favorite quotes and affirmations, and keep important numbers, important contacts for your therapist, loved ones, and crisis helplines. What are the interventions, treatment options, therapies available for individuals at risk of suicide? Cognitive behavioral therapy. This psychotherapy helps individuals develop coping strategies by recognizing harmful thought patterns and exploring alternatives to suicidal thoughts. Dialectical behavior therapy proven to reduce suicidal behavior in adolescents and decrease attempts in adults with borderline personality disorder. DBT teaches skills for managing emotions and improving relationships. Brief intervention strategies, creating a safety or crisis response plan can lower the risk of acting on suicidal thoughts. Stay connected with at risk individuals and ensure safe storage of lethal means to help reduce attempts. Collaborative care. This team-based approach involves a behavioral healthcare manager working with the individual and their healthcare providers to create an effective treatment plan for depression and suicidal thoughts. The National Mental Health Policy 2014 enlists prevention of mental disorders, reduction of suicide, and attempted suicide as core priority areas. The policy suggests multiple interventions to prevent suicide. These include creating awareness about and destigmatizing mental health issues, addressing discrimination and exclusion associated with mental disorders, addressing substance abuse and dependence, establishing crisis intervention centers and helplines, establishing guidelines for responsible media reporting of suicides, restricting access to means of suicide, monitoring of both mental health of population and impact of mental health programs. So in India, the emergency helplines are available. We are sharing some of the numbers here. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Know the 12 suicide warning signs: feeling like a burden, being isolated, increased anxiety, feeling trapped or in unbearable pain, increased substance use, looking for a way to access lethal means, increased anger or rage, extreme mood swings, expressing hopelessness, sleeping too little or too much, talking or posting about wanting to die, and making plans for suicide. 5 steps to help someone at risk: ask, keep them safe, be there, help them connect, and follow up. Many suicides are preventable. You can do something. What can you do? Learn, look for signs, empathize and listen, ask about suicide, reduce the danger. Next steps: seek help. Whatever you do, think well on it. All your actions will be magnified, transformed, deified by the very power of the thought. If matter is powerful, thought is omnipotent. Bring this thought to bear upon your life. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Saathi Haath Badhaana, let us change the narrative. Join us in suicide prevention and awareness initiative at Arunima Ankuran. Every life is precious and matters to someone. Let us reach out, share hope, and help to heal. Say yes to life, no to suicide. Thank you for watching.